Hello friends, welcome to the platform of Darshanik. This is Akshay Kadam. So guys, today on this platform of Darshanik, we are going to start our discussion of essay topic. So in our course guys, in the last lecture, which was introductory lecture, we discussed the course plan. So from this lecture guys, we are going to start the content discussion of the essay topic. So as I told you in the previous class that we are going to begin our essay classes with understanding previous year essay topics. So we are going to analyze lot of previous year essay topics, and with which I am going to prime you for understanding the essay, how the essay topic is UPSC is asking, what is the difficulty level, how to interpret, etc. So you will get properly primed and you will understand the demands of UPSC, expectation of UPSC. Okay, so that's what I call deconstructing the essay topic. So first we'll do the PYQ analysis. Okay, we'll try to deconstruct all those essay topics. So here guys, I'm going to discuss with you in an open-ended manner all these essay topics, how I interpret it, what I would have written, and we will have in next few lectures this discussion we will continue doing, and then after that we'll go in the part of how to write essay, and after that what to write in essay. Okay, so because first you know, if you know what are the different essay topic asked by UPSC, okay, then you will be able to understand when I teach you how to write essay, when I teach you how to disagree with the essay. So for that then I will use all this essay topic as a reference, okay, and there I will teach you if this was the essay topic, how I would introduce it, how I would write solution, how I will disagree with this essay topic. Okay, so the purpose of these few lectures to come is the deconstructing the essay topics. Okay, so in our essay course we are going to discuss how to write, what to write, and some essay paper structure discussion. And under how to write, okay, I told you, okay, first thing is UPSC previous year essay topic discussion. Now why we are going to discuss this UPSC previous year topics? Okay, the first reason guys, priming of the essay topics. You should have a comfort with essay topic papers. Okay, most of the students I know in the course, when I go even in offline class and I ask, hardly, like out of 100 students, there are hardly 5-10 students who have even seen last 5-10 years के सारे UPSC के essay paper and their topics. चलो जनरल स्टडीज के पेपर पढ़ने में काफी टाइम लगेगा, okay, 10-15 मिनट, because it's a big paper. लेकिन essay topic तो you can read entire essay का paper in 1 minute. Still guys, most of you might not have gone through last 10 years के UPSC के essay paper. Okay, the minimum last 10 years you should go through, and so that part I am going to do you, prime you for the essay topics. Then deconstructing essay topic, proper interpretation. I told you, if you go wrong here, okay, doesn't matter how well you have presented the essay, how well you structured the essay, if you got it wrong, nothing is going to be of help. Okay, and third thing guys, grasping the difficulty level. You should understand and get used to the difficulty level. So only through by discussing PYQs you will understand what level of difficulty UPSC is expecting from the essay topics, and even essay topic appears to be of moderate difficulty. Okay, how content will change the game, how people who will write better content will increase the quality or difficulty level of those essay topics. So we'll begin this discussion with the essay paper of UPSC Civil Service Mains Exam 2022. Okay, 23 का paper I told you was one of the toughest. Okay, so that I will discuss later on after few lectures. Okay, and वो जो essay topics थे UPSC के 23 paper के, उसका पूरा structure discussion कि how I would write. Okay, I have already uploaded on YouTube. You check that out. Okay, but अभी के लिए I will start with the essay का 2022 का paper. Okay, so in UPSC Civil Service Mains 2022 paper in section A, okay, there were these 4 essays. So essay topic 1 you see was the forest are the best case studies for economic excellence. Okay, forest are best case studies for economic excellence. Now guys, when I ask this essay topic guys in a class, कि what you interpret, now you take a pause and just think, pause this lecture and think that what you will write in this essay topic. And this is why I say guys, interpretation is so important. Because most of the students, when I ask this what you will write, most of the students say कि what resources we get from the forest and how we can develop India का economy by or forest role in India की economy में, how we can further increase develop India की economy by use of forest like tourism promotion, resources, etc. And guys, that's not exactly what UPSC was expecting. अब बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट ने ऐसे लिखा because that was the easiest compared to all four essay, and most of the student then thought कि I have written very good essay, okay, and I should get very good marks. They were very confident, but later on when UPSC के actual results came, they realized the damage, because guys essay में word is not forest as an input to India's economy. Okay, essay was forest are the best case studies for economic excellence. Okay, forest are best case studies. So the case study, what is case study? Okay, Phylline cyclone was hit Bengal or Odisha around 2009-10, उस time period में. 10 years back when cyclone hit, 18,000 people died. After that super cyclone again hit in 2009-10, only 6 people died. Why only 6 people died? Because the way वहाँ का IAS, IPS worked, disaster management system worked very proactively. So guys, this was the case study. Now what they did is now a case study that NDRF teaches in their classroom to teach the people about disaster management etc., to train their NDRF SDRF के लोगों को. So this case study is a example, like a role model, okay, that you can use, that you can understand from, take a lessons from, okay, as an input for your other discussions or for growth development of other system. So here guys, what UPSC was expecting, that forest are the role models, they are the case study, what you can learn from the forest that you can use in your as an input to your economy, the lessons learned. So for example guys, forest they grow as per the landscape. Like आपका जो forest which are in Rajasthan, they are thorny forest. In Maharashtra, evergreen forest. On mainland or coastal Maharashtra side, in mainland Maharashtra, there you will find more savanna kind of forests. Okay, so as per topography, landscape, okay, forests adapt to the landscape and grow. So same way in our economy, okay, we should be running the economy enterprises based on resources that are available locally, based on the climatic conditions, resources that are available locally. So what you learn from the forest that you can use for the economy as a lesson. So case study word is very important in this interpretation. So same way guys, okay, forest में when forest grow, whatever byproduct they produce, leaf fall से लेके when tree fall down, okay, everything gets recycled. So they never produce something that can be recycled, and whatever waste they produce, okay, they recycle. So same way our economies guys, these enterprises, industries, okay, when they run, then they should not produce anything, okay, that is not recyclable, like plastic which is not biodegradable etc., or जो भी industrial waste is generated, okay, they should consume and recycle it, like जो forest recycle the humus. So this is the lesson you get from the forest that you can use as the input, as a case study for the economy. Same way guys, when forest grow, okay, there are a lot of different trees or varieties. So tall tree grows and there are a lot of climbers that grow on them, okay, and they also survive on those big trees. So same way when your economy works, then these big enterprises should create scope, okay, for other micro, medium, small enterprises, so they can also grow, they can also get benefited out of this economic process. Okay, so what we can learn from the forest, that was the important point here, and that you have to analyze. So guys, here, so forests are the best case studies for economic excellence. So in this essay, I will first begin, okay, that I will just introduce this essay with some story that one day I was on a trip or I was just sitting in my garden looking at the trees, and then I realized, okay, I noticed that how leaves are falling down, then germs and bacteria and ants are decomposing or eating those tree leaves, okay, उस पे birds are eating or feeding, and there was this entire cycle is working. And so how this forest run in a cyclical manner, then why can't we create economy which runs in the same cyclical manner? And that's how, okay, कोई एक anecdote बना के you can introduce this essay that forests are the best as a case study. That idea I got, that we can learn many lessons from forest and use as a case study in our to run our economic ecosystem. Okay, then as we go ahead guys, okay, you have to introduce this as a case study. So case study क्या होता है? Okay, so case study that we learn some lessons from. Case study provides us the format of analysis, etc. So basic idea of case study, and then you should write in essay what do you understand by economic excellence. Okay, how economic excellence is measured today. Okay, like GDP, growth rate, employment rate, unemployment rate, inflation rates. What are the parameters of GDP, statistics, etc. Production and all those numbers. Okay, उसके बाद then what are the problems with this economic excellence के measures. Okay, why they are they good, are they bad, what are the problems, and then what lessons we can get from the forest to improve these problems or issues of economic excellence. Like economic excellence mein we don't take into account negative externality on environment, we don't take into account environment's contribution to GDP, etc. And how then lessons from forest, okay, if we change our model of economic excellence and learn something from the forest, how we can able to make our economy more excellent, what we can learn from the forest. Okay, so few examples I gave you. Climber ka, forest grow as per the landscape. Okay, then guys, forest when they grow, they just don't grow for themselves. Forest create a very living ecosystem, okay, for flora and fauna. Okay, they create space for birds, animals to depend on them, to survive on them. It provides food and shelter to the animals also, flora, fauna, birds, animals, etc. Germs, bacteria, everything. Okay, they provide the shelter. So same way guys, then okay, why when in economic enterprise that we are running, okay, we create so many bad collaterals on the animals. We are making this world so inhospitable for the birds and animals. Like हमारे जो इंडस्ट्री में whatever chemical discharge is there, it directly get released into the rivers. Now हम थोड़ा भी इधर उधर का पानी पी ले, we face dysentery, diarrhea, stomach infections. Okay, हमारा जो इंटरनल बॉडी स्ट्रक्चर है, ऑर्गन्स है, और जानवरों की जो इंटरनल बॉडी स्ट्रक्चर ऑर्गन्स है सेम ही है, वो उतने ही डेलिकेट है, उनके लंग्स, स्टमक, इंटेस्टाइन्स. एंड वो जो इंडस्ट्री का ये केमिकल लेडन वाटर है रिवर्स का, वो पी रहे हैं. एंड वी डोंट इवन हैव आइडिया, okay, how bad the cancers or other issues, okay, they are suffering from. So when we are running our economy, we are making the world so inhospitable for other flora and fauna. Forest, then we should learn a lesson, not only grows without creating any negative externality on environment or society around, but rather it makes the world much better place to live. So this is also one lesson that you can learn from forest and add in your economic excellence में. So this way guys, you just have to interpret the essay properly. If you go wrong here, it will be very damaging. अब उसके और भी points है. I will give you at the end of our course. I told you we are going to have essay structure discussions. So there I will have in detail discussion with you on this topic. Forest are best case studies for economic excellence. Okay. So अभी के लिए just I am going to introduce and interpret these topics for you. So ये जो है guys economic excellence में how to make this economy better, same line पे, okay, I have given to my students एक essay के topic that I told you I will give you list of my predictions for essay topics, and one of the essay topic that I have given was we are not the only species on this planet. अब ये टॉपिक मुझे लगता है बहुत हॉट टॉपिक है कंसिडरिंग इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे जो भी इंटेलिजेंस या इज डिबेटिंग द इशू. We are not the only species on this planet. Now understand, we are not the only species. What this essay means, कि the way we are living now today, the way we are surviving, the way we are running our societies, cities, villages, our medical industry, yeah, businesses, we are running as if we are the only species. We don't bother what collateral we are living on animals. अभी यहाँ पे भोपाल में एक एनजीओ है कर्तव्य सोसाइटी, एंड आई जस्ट केम अक्रॉस देयर प्रोफाइल. वहाँ पे एक लड़की है और उसकी मदर रिद्धि पलीवाल एंड रतन पलीवाल, और वो कुत्तों को संभालते भोपाल के. दे जो इंजर्ड है आप उनको फ़ोन करो हेल्पलाइन पे, दे हेल्प देम सेव दोस, एंड मैं भी कभी कभी उनको फंड करता हूँ. एंड व्हेन आई वेंट टू माई क्लासेस इन भोपाल, आई मेट हर एंड आई सॉ हर प्रोजेक्ट ऑल्सो, एंड दैट टाइम आई वॉज डिस्कसिंग विथ हर, एंड देन आई से शी टोल्ड मी द थिंग कि अभी जिस तरह से सिटीज बढ़ रही है, इन जानवरों को, कुत्तों को वगैरह हमने स्पेस ही नहीं रखी। सिटीज में उनके लिए जगह नहीं, अनलेस पेट डॉग हो, ओके, स्ट्रीट डॉग्स के लिए। सिटी के बाहर गांव में जाओ तो उनको खाना नहीं मिलेगा कहीं पे। इतने सालों से दे हैव बीन डोमेस्टिकेटेड, जंगल में सर्वाइव भी नहीं कर सकते। बाहर भी जाए तो पूरे हर जगह पे कंपाउंड्स है, वॉल्स है, और देयर आर दिस फार्मलैंड एटसेट्रा। सो एवरी डे हर स्पीसीज के लिए दिस अर्बन स्पेस, hospitable space is getting reduced, our urban spaces are increasing etc, and we are creating very bad world. And इसका रीजन उसी टाइम मेरे दिमाग में whatever point she was saying, it came to my mind this thought that we are not the only species on this planet. ये mentality से the way we are living. These rivers are not only for us, these rivers are for all plants, animals, birds, but we are releasing chemical in it, polluting it. This environment is for to breathe for everyone. We are releasing this toxic substances, polluting everything, okay, and making it hard for other species to live. तो यही इंटरनेशनल इंटेलिजेंस है हमें, द डिबेट इज गोइंग ऑन दैट दिस मेंटेलिटी वी नीड टू चेंज फर्स्ट। ये कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑफ पार्टी में कितने भी मीटिंग्स वी डू, okay, doesn't matter how many pledges we take, how many common but differentiated responsibilities we carry on, but until we change this mentality, it is not going to make this world a better place. And we have to realize we are not the only species on this planet. They also have right to live. We have to recognize, respect, and rather make this world a much better place for all those animals to live for. तो उसी लाइन में ऐसे था, okay, ओवरलैपिंग। तो वहां पे जो जो मैंने कंटेंट डिस्कस किया था, you have to directly pour it as it is. अब नाउ स्टिल गाइज ये ऐसे, दिस ऐसे वाज बिट फैक्चुअल इन नेचर, थोड़ा फिलोसॉफिकल इंटरप्रिटेशन इज मोर, बट स्टिल इट हैज अ फैक्चुअल टिंज। यूपीएससी जनरली डोंट आस्क सच एसेज, बट गाइज सेक्शन ए में दिस एसे सीम्स मोर इजी, and that's why most of the students ended up writing this essay. But guys understand, 15,000 में 10,000 students write the same essay na, you need to have very excellent data, okay, to write essay to get extra marks. And if you fail to do that, you will get average marks. Then rather I will say, instead of writing this essay, choose, okay, second, third, fourth में से कोई essay, and rather you will be able to do it better. And most of my students who have done my essay class already, okay, most of them, okay, could easily write ये 2, 3, 4 में से fourth essay, second essay easily with the whatever philosophical discussion, content discussion we had. And that's why, because if you write थोड़ा हटके वाला essay, then definitely there will be less competition, and if you do it even better, doesn't matter best, you will get more marks. But essay में you have to be best, excellent. Okay, so remember, even how you choose essay also matters. Most of the students do mistake choosing optional ka essay and end up writing optional. I told you, damages tremendously. Second, they choose easy essay, then there will be lot of competition, and even they choose the essay, interpretation went wrong, then it will damage tremendously. So forests are the best case studies for economic excellence. Then poets are unacknowledged legislatures of the world. What this essay says, poets are unacknowledged legislatures of the world. Now understand, in this essay, this is also a very philosophical essay, but very good to write. What this essay says, interpretation, I will just discuss with you, that poets are legislatures. So who are the legislatures? Those who make the laws. Okay, so आपके जो विधानसभा के MLAs है, लोकसभा राज्यसभा के MPs है, they are the legislatures, they make the law. But what this essay says, they are not the legislatures. The real legislatures are the poets. Okay, so poets are unacknowledged legislatures of the world. So then what do you understand by poet? So I told you we are going to have one discussion, one debate on a topic of science versus religion, science versus spirituality, science versus art. So there we will discuss ki who is a poet. Poet is someone who looks at the world in a romantic manner. Poet is someone who looks at the world, okay, जो pessimistic world को भी optimistic manner, who looks at the world not through logic, okay, but through creativity, okay. So these are the people, okay, who look at the world in a out of box, in a romanticized manner. They are the poets. और ये जो poets है guys, they are the real legislatures. Poets are unacknowledged legislatures of the world. अब उसी related थोड़ा overlapping ऐसे topic था third भी, history is series of victories won by scientific man over a romantic man. Now what is scientific man, what is romantic man? तो वो जो romantic man का interpretation है, same is the interpretation of poet. सो हु इज पोएट गाइस, हाउ वी डिफाइन पोएट? तो उसी के लिए आई गिव वन एग्जांपल, ओके, कि पोएट दे लुक एट द वर्ल्ड इन अ डिफरेंट वे, दे इमेजिन आइडियलिस्टिक वर्ल्ड, यूटोपियन वर्ल्ड, रोमांटिक वर्ल्ड, ओके. सो उसी का एक एग्जांपल आई गिव. आई वाज टेकिंग क्लासेस ऑफलाइन इन वन इंस्टीट्यूट, और वहाँ के हिस्ट्री के सर आए थे, एंड इन व्हेन वन ऑफ माय स्टूडेंट, ओके, व्हेन आई वाज टीचिंग इन ऑफलाइन क्लास वाज फ्रॉम आगरा. उसकी इंस्टाग्राम पे मुझे रिक्वेस्ट आई थी, तो आई चेक उसका प्रोफाइल. ही सेड कि उसके इंस्टाग्राम प्रोफाइल में ताजमहल ऐसे वर्ड था. तो आई सेड कि व्हाई यू आर रिटन ताजमहल? देन ही सेड आई एम फ्रॉम आगरा सर. देन आई टोल्ड हिम कि आई वांटेड अ चेस बोर्ड. वो मार्बल का, पिएत्रा दूरा का पूरा माकराना और सारे प्रीशियस स्टोन्स वगैरह लगा के एक मेरे दिमाग में एक आइडिया, इमेज थी. एंड अकॉर्डिंगली देन आई टोल्ड हिम एंड मेड सम ड्राइंग्स. नेक्स्ट डे उसने जाके एक दो आर्टिस्ट हायर किए जो ईरान से छुट्टी पे आए थे वापस इंडिया, और उसको सारा फिर मैंने पैसे भेज के उसने मटेरियल दे दिया, एंड ही क्रिएटेड वेरी ब्यूटीफुल चेस बोर्ड, ओके. एंड दैट चेस बोर्ड आई वाज ब्रिंगिंग बैक, और आई वॉज टेकिंग क्लासेस इन दैट टाइम. दैट चेस बोर्ड वॉज विथ मी. एक हिस्ट्री के टीचर थे, और उनसे फिर चेस के वजह से हमारी बातचीत शुरू होगी हिस्ट्री टॉपिक पे, कि शतरंज की जो हिस्ट्री है, चेस इंडिया का इनोवेशन है, वैदिक पीरियड में चेस डेवलप किया था, ये जो पांडवा कौरव के बीच में जो गेम हुई थी. सो वी आर जस्ट डिस्कसिंग हिस्ट्री, एंड दैट टाइम ही सेड कि सर आपको एक पोएम आई विल शेयर विथ यू, सुन लेना, आपको अगर चेस खेलना पसंद है यू विल एंजॉय दैट पोएम. और उन्हें मुझे एक जावेद अख्तर की शतरंज के खिलाड़ी, वो पोएम ही शेयर्ड विथ मी. नाउ व्हेन आई वाज रीडिंग दैट पोएम गाइस, okay, when I used to play chess with my wife, my nieces, cousins etc, मुझे प्यादे जो है, okay, pawns, I used to think कि they are very like useless kind of creatures. उनको क्या रख के करना है चेस बोर्ड पे? unnecessarily they block my other warriors, my elephant, camel, wazir etc. So I decided to, so generally when I play, I used to play very aggressively, send the pawns to the front, and even if I kill his one pawn and my pawn also dies, I used to sacrifice. Okay, I used to think from a rational mind के perspective से, scientific mind से, logical mind से. But then when I listened to that poem, I realized उनके जो जावेद अख्तर के words थे कि that सबसे powerful who is on a chessboard, then we will think wazir or queen because they can go in any direction. Okay, they are the most powerful. But then when I read it, as a poet, he has romanticized the chess and look at the chess in a different angle, different way. And he, in that poem, there were lines कि rather most powerful in the game of chess is the pawn, वो प्यादा, क्योंकि बाकी सब लोग अगर उनको चेक मिले वो रिट्रीट हो जाएंगे, उनको अगर खतरा हो they will run back to their original home, original place. लेकिन प्यादा कैन नेवर स्टेप्स बैक, इट ओनली गोज अहेड, इट होल्ड्स द पोजीशन, इट विल किल और विल डाई, बट इट नेवर रिट्रीट्स. बाकी सब भगोड़े हैं, दे रिट्रीट. तो उनकी जो लाइंस थी कि इस खेल में ऐसे उसूल क्यों है कि प्यादा जो अपने घर से निकले वो वापस लौट के ना आने पाए, वजीर को ही बस इजाजत कि वो चाहे जिस दिशा जाए, बट प्यादा जो अपने घर से निकले वापस लौट के ना आने पाए. So वो पूरी पोएम आप सुन लेना, and when we'll discuss science art I will read that poem for you later on. But this way guys, what is poet that you have to understand, define, और ये सारा understanding you will get as we go ahead in our class discussions. So this poet, okay, who look at the world कि chess में भी प्यादा is more powerful, no scientific mind can think of. तो इनका कहना है कि ऐसे जो लोग हैं ना who looked at the utopian world, a different world, they are the actual legislators. आज के MLA MP सिर्फ नाम के लिए. मतलब क्या गाइस? कार्ल मार्क्स गाइस ने दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा सपना देखा था, एवरीवन इक्वल, इररिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ कास्ट, क्लास, सेक्स, रिलीजन. ओके, इगैलिटरियन वर्ल्ड वेयर एवरीवन इज इक्वल, नो क्लासलेस, स्टेटलेस सोसाइटी, नो कास्ट बायसेस, नो क्लास बायसेस, नो जेंडर बायसेस. वॉज अ वेरी आइडियलिस्टिक ड्रीम. कार्ल मार्क्स का इंप्लीमेंटेशन हॉरिबल हुआ कम्युनिस्ट स्टेट में, वो अलग बात है, विल डिस्कस दैट ड्यूरिंग गांधी के सेशन में. Okay, communism and Gandhian ideology we will contrast, then we'll discuss. But point was, what Karl Marx was seeing was very idealistic dream, और तभी उसकी जो ideology थी, okay, doesn't matter Karl Marx is not today, but his ideas are still shaping. क्योंकि आज जो भी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में our MLAs MPs are doing is just implementing directive principles of state policy. सारी दुनिया की कंट्रीज में जो सोशलिज्म हो रहा है, that socialism is outcome of कार्ल मार्क्स के आइडियाज का, जो भी लॉज बन रहे हैं टू इंप्लीमेंट द विजन ऑफ कार्ल मार्क्स. So he as a poet was the legislature of the world. Same way in my ethics classes when I discuss with student John Locke की rights ethics की theory, I tell them after discussing John Locke you will realize there are no fundamental rights in constitution. Rather constitution exists to protect fundamental right. So much fundamental rights are supreme. They are not even given by the constitution. Okay, fundamental rights are not given by constitution, religion, caste, etc. They are with us the day we are born as a human being. Rather, constitutions were created to protect the fundamental rights of human being, irrespective of caste, class, sex, religion. 300-400 year back during Enlightenment period, John Locke gave us this idea of fundamental right. Now that idea that he gave are the core of every constitution of the world. और आज के MLA MP जो भी कर रहे हैं, you can make whatever laws you want to, legislate whatever you want without violating fundamental right. Okay, so his theories, okay, are dictating. They are the legislatures. तो सेम है गांधी, अंबेडकर, they were the legislature, their ideas, their vision, नेहरू, etc. They became part of our constitution. आज तो जो भी laws बन रहे हैं, just as per the framework of that constitution. So they are the real legislature. These poets who imagine different world. तो इसमें बहुत सारे आएंगे, जितने ज्यादा आप लिख पाओ. 3000 साल पहले बुद्धा महावीरा ने नॉन वायलेंस की बात की. अब जनरली गाइज पीपल बिलीव कि हमारे एंशिएंट टाइम पीरियड के लोग बहुत अच्छे थे, मिडिवल पीरियड बहुत भारी था, आज वी आर इन बैड स्टेट. नो गाइज, अगर एंशिएंट टाइम पीरियड में अगर हमारे एंसेस्टर्स हैड दे बीन सच अ ग्रेट पीपल, तो भाई महावीरा किनको बोल रहे थे नॉन वायलेंस करो? बुद्धा किनको उपदेश दे रहे थे दैट डोंट डू द वायलेंस? ओके, व्हाई देयर दिस, ये जो मोरालिटी से जियो. ओके, और प्रभु राम किनको बता रहे थे कि एक बानी एक पत्नी एक वचनी? ओके, ये मोरालिटी के कोड्स बता क्यों रहे थे? बिकॉज देयर वाज सो मच ऑफ इमोरलिटी वाज हैपनिंग इन द सोसाइटी. ओके, बट सम टाइम in history we had these legends, Buddha, Mahavira, okay, Lord Rama, Lord Krishna. Okay, तभी जाके at least we have a society where this much of a stability, less violence and morality, sense of morality that people have. So these people are actually, okay, the legislature, the lawmakers. With their visionary thinking they shape the laws of the world. So poets are the unacknowledged legislatures of the world. अब इसमें guys I told you, like ethics के lectures में भी while reading case study you have to read case study very carefully, line by line, because one single word can change your answer, give you extra point to write. Same way essay में भी you have to read essay carefully, one single word can give you 100-150 extra words to write, and वो extra dimension that you will write in a essay, so that extra word that you will write will give you a पूरा 100-150 word का extra dimension which will give you more 10 extra marks. And that's why this deconstruction of essay is very important. So here guys, poets are legislatures, we agreed, and now poets are unacknowledged. This word unacknowledged is very very important guys. You should write at least 100 words. Why poets are legislator? Fine. So you begin your essay with some story introduction, then in main body define who are legislator, who are poet, your understanding of word poet, your understanding of meaning of the word legislator. ओके, ऑलमोस्ट आपका 60-70 वर्ड्स का इंट्रोडक्शन, 60-70 वर्ड्स का जिस्ट क्या होता है ऐसे का, आई विल डिस्कस लेटर ऑन. देन 100 वर्ड में डेफिनेशन पार्ट, पोएट का डेफिनेशन, लेजिस्लेचर का डेफिनेशन, 200 वर्ड का ऐसे हैज बीन कंप्लीट. नाउ नेक्स्ट 600-500 वर्ड्स राइट आर पोएट्स लेजिस्लेचर्स, इफ यस आर्ग्यूमेंट्स इन सपोर्ट. नाउ आफ्टर यू कंक्लूडेड दैट, then guys go on writing. There is one more word in essay, why poets are unacknowledged, why they remain unacknowledged. So यहाँ पे you can do 3 debates. Okay, are poets unacknowledged? Yes. If yes, why? And if why, then how to make sure they are acknowledged. Okay, so 3 level पे एक solution भी आपने दे दिए, how to make acknowledge them and then conclude the essay. So are poets unacknowledged? Yes. What is the proof of that? Now essay में I told you there is no intellectual limit. The literal meaning essay का meaning is निबंध, where there is no बंध, there is no limitation. It is beyond limits, बंध. So you have full freedom to write the content as long as it sticks to the essay topic. Okay. So when you are writing the content, so you can write कि are they unacknowledged? Yes, I think so. Why? Because guys, after 70-80 years of India's independence, when entire world में you have Gandhi's photographs, entire world which respects Ambedkar, we have Gandhi के statues everywhere. India में India के बच्चे WhatsApp graduates are discussing okay what Gandhi did and how Gandhi spoiled India. Okay, that means they haven't understood what legend Gandhi was, his greatness, why Subhash Chandra Bose called him Rashtrapita. Okay, and so he is not questioning Gandhi, he is questioning his own great grandfather's intellect, okay, who was standing with Gandhi. Many high caste people still okay criticize Ambedkar, we not realizing कि guys Ambedkar was extremely democratic constitutional person, because Ambedkar, when he fought for rights of his people, oppressed caste and community, he did it constitutionally, democratically. Otherwise there was Communist Party was also in India, Communist Party of India. अगर इंडिया में कम्युनिस्ट रिवोल्यूशन हो जाता, आर्म रिवोल्यूशन लाइक इन रशिया और चाइना, that would have been such a bloodbath, it would have collapsed India as a country, it would have ended up into civil wars. And that's why guys, okay, ये जो है कि poets are unacknowledged. Why they are unacknowledged? So उसका प्रूफ ही है, yes they are unacknowledged because people don't understand, इंडिया के बच्चे भी, the greatness of Ambedkar, greatness of Gandhi, greatness of Nehru. Most of them even don't understand this fundamental rights. What is significance of that? आधों को तो नाम भी नहीं पता होगा who is John Locke and who is Karl Marx. So yes, they are unacknowledged. Why they are unacknowledged? Education system, okay, India की problematic education system, and then आपका why they are unacknowledged के बाद, then how to acknowledge them, then reform the education system. There should be more intellectual debate, discussion among public, in the families, etc. And automatically so write some solution and conclude the essay. So this was this essay. Now history is series of victories won by a scientific man or a romantic man. Okay, this essay was fully covered in the class. Okay, history is a series of victories won by scientific man over the romantic man. Now what this essay is, so this essay is comparing scientific man, romantic man. We have discussed who is scientific man, we will discuss in our app classes later on. That being scientific means okay, one who follows some rules, that is absolutism, objectivity, cause-effect relation, okay, skepticism, open-mindedness, okay, who believe in evidences, research, verification. So that is scientific man who looks at the world logically, through rationality, through objective, looks at the world with objectivity. So that is scientific man. Who is romantic man? Who looks at the world okay without these limits of logic. Okay, they look at the world through intuition, they look at the world through creativity angle, they imagine utopian world. Poet ka definition same you have to use for romantic man. Now it says history is a series of victories won by scientific man or romantic man. अब इसका conclusion पहले ही मैं आपको देता हूँ. To a great extent you have to lean on the side of science in your conclusions, because guys, okay, just ask yourself, who would you live without? Tomorrow, if we have a choice between art, creativity, religion, the religious gurus, temple, mosque, churches, can you live without them, or can you live without medicals, hospitals and doctors? Who would you want for you? So definitely scientific man, okay, has won. So it is a series of victories won by scientific man over a romantic man. So you have to write but essay from both the side. So first introduce with some story anecdote, like when COVID came, okay, sare mosque, temples, churches, everything was closed and only open was the hospitals, and who was fighting were the doctors. Everything was closed down, everything was totally shut down. And who was fighting? The scientific man in the laboratories, in the hospitals. And that brings to my mind that history is a series of events won by the scientific man. There were so many diseases that science cured in last 100 years, okay, improving the quality of our life. So some anecdote ke saath you introduce, then define what do you understand by scientific man, what do you understand by romantic man. We will discuss in our app classes their definitions in detail. And then you have to write who won this series, this battle. So largely guys, okay, I told you कि ये जो यूरोप में understand when Christianity dominated in Europe after fall of Constantine, when he got converted to Christianity, Okay, Europe में before that there was very vibrant intellectual traditions going on. Aristotle, Plato, Socrates, Alexandria University, etc. But after Constantine, the Roman Emperor got converted to Christianity. Automatically, okay, this Catholic Christianity become extremely dominating, and that led to, guys, okay, lot of destruction of this university's intellectual tradition, and Europe went into a dark ages. And uske baad, when Constantinople collapsed, the city of Constantinople, when Mahmud II invaded it, fall of Constantinople, 1354. Okay, after that, when all the people of Constantinople, okay, went to Europe, it led to Protestant Reformation, which finally culminated into European Renaissance, this intellectual tradition, which culminated into scientific revolution, which finally ended up into European Enlightenment, when we have Adam Smith, Karl Marx, all these many legends like Bentham in ethics, Immanuel Kant of ethics, all these thinkers and their ideas. That time period we call intellectual time period, European Enlightenment. And that tradition, guys, those thoughts that were produced, these scientific thoughts, okay, usi time then physics, chemistry, bio emerged, antibiotic revolutions came, and that totally changed the makeup of humanity, the way humanity used to live. Okay, आज भी, guys, even 300-400 years तक our ancestors haven't had even enough clothes to wear. Our ancestors even haven't had enough food to eat. Okay, even leprosy, diarrhea, dysentery, people used to die. But now, once we had the scientific revolution, guys, we have the industrial revolution, mass production happened, and jo luxury thi, clothes, handicrafts became the necessities of life. So the way industrial revolution changed our life, which was the outcome of scientific revolution. Okay, the way this antibiotic revolution cured these petty diseases, increased our lifespan, okay, life security, and that's what scientific man to a great extent. But guys, you can't nullify romantic man. Okay, ये जो थे, Gandhi was a romantic man who gave us concept or ideas of democracy, satyagraha. Ambedkar was a romantic man who imagined a world where there is no oppression of rights. Karl Marx, John Locke, who talk about this theory of fundamental rights, they were also the romantic men. So their ideas are also significant, because if we only have a science, guys, in life, it will be very monotonous, very boring, and we at the same time need a art, okay, creativity, artistic expressions, okay, and that's why you have to write that side also. Now I will not go in detail of this, okay, but later on when we discuss science art, we will have very in detail discussion of this topic. But remember, history is a series of victories won by scientific man over romantic man. So you have to lean on scientific man's side, but write a balance to you. Yes, scientific man also won, romantic man also won, okay, give scientific man little bit edge, and then conclude your essay that history is a series of events or victories. Then, guys, the next essay is ship in harbor is safe, but that's not what ship is built for. अब guys, ये जो essay ship in harbor is safe, but that's not what ship is built for. अब ये essay, like this was very famous quote. Now ये essay का अगर आपको introduction, आपको जो anecdote लिखना है, content क्या क्या लिखना है, interpretation I will tell you. But when I read this essay, first thing that came to my mind, if I was writing exam, then as in introduction, I will write introduction by using a story, okay, of, sorry, not story, a poem from a movie Rock On. So go and Google Rock On movie का एक गाना सिन्नाबाद द सेलर. Okay, I guess वो जावेद अख्तर के बेटे ने ही वो गाना कंपोज किया, I don't know, but वो जो गाना है सिन्नाबाद द सेलर का, just listen to the lyrics of that song and then you will realize, okay, significance कि वो जो गाना है is exactly, okay, fits as an introduction of this essay. Okay, so let me read those few lines of that song for you. Now see, उसी गाने की कुछ lines I am reading for you कि सिन्नाबाद द सेलर. So सिन्नाबाद द सेलर एक जहाज में जब चला, मेरे यार सुन लो, ढूंढ रहा था एक नई दुनिया का पता, मेरे यार सुन लो, वो अनजानी राहों में था, वो लहरों की बाहों में था, सबने कहा था उन समुंदरों में जाना नहीं, मेरे यारों सुन लो, ख्वाबों के पीछे जाके कुछ भी पाना नहीं, मेरे यारों सुन लो, वो अपनी ही धुन में रहा, वो सुनता था दिल का कहा, उसके थे जो सपने, वही उसके थे अपने, ऐसा था सिंबाद द सेलर. Now this song, guys, okay, is a perfect introduction for your essay, and you can use some Bollywood के भी किसी गाने का lyrics, some poem that you might have written, you can use. अब उसके लिए I will have a discussion with you in next topic. Okay, later on after discussing this deconstruction का part, sources to read for essay, sources to follow for essay. There, guys, I will discuss or I will give you one poem की book, एक book का नाम, that is रश्मिरथी of कवि दिनकर. Okay, this is very awesome book, रश्मिरथी by कवि दिनकर. That कवि दिनकर has written पूरी महाभारत का battle in poem form. उसकी जो कुछ लाइनें हैं ना, they are so impactful that you will be able to remember them very easily. So read those lines. उसमें इतने ज्यादा लेवल पे अलग अलग एंगल से डिबेट है ना, that whatever your essay comes, some lines you might be able to use in the essay. अब एक लाइन मैंने एक बार ही पढ़ी थी, इतने मेरे दिमाग में बैठ गई, that is still my essay का WhatsApp का स्टेटस. ओके, that is समर शेष है नहीं पाप का भागी केवल व्याग, जो तटस्थ है समय लिखेगा उनके भी अपराध. Okay, a very nice lines. So you will get many such lines that you can use as a anecdote, as a quote to introduce your essay, quote or some poems. So later on, how to write essay we will discuss this, how to introduce essay. There are three ways. You can introduce with the quote or a poem, you can introduce with the story, or you can write your own anecdote or write some fact. Okay, some statistical strong fact to support your argument. So this way, guys, this Rock On movie ka song, even it fits here very well, that ship in harbor is safe, but that's not what it is built for. Then, guys, okay, this essay is a total psychological essay that says ship is built, okay, to go into open water. Okay, that's what it is built for. Struggle and find the new oceans. Okay, explore new oceans, find the new shores. And ये जो है, the ship in harbor is safe, but that's not what it is built for. तो फिर this essay, guys, it's not about ship, this is about the human mentality. That's why वो Rock On movie का गाना perfectly, because it is from Sinbad the sailor, was sailor and it was used to follow his dream. Okay, so through ship they represented, so proper analogy between ship and human mind. So in the essay, okay, after your story or this song, you have to write, okay, the analogy. Now generally I say कि after your introduction you should define the essay, you should write the crux of the essay. So यहाँ पे poets are unacknowledged legislature of the world. Then I told you, write definition. Define poet first. Define who is legislature. History is a series of victories won by scientific man, romantic man. After introduction, define what is scientific man. Define romantic man. But in this essay, forests are the best case studies of economic excellence. Define what is economic excellence. What is you understand by case study. Then go on writing main body. So before main body and after introduction, you should be writing definition part. But ये essay में कोई keyword ही नहीं है to define. Okay, then in that case, guys, you have to understand crux of the essay. Though there is no keyword, what essay says, ship in harbor is safe, but that is not what it is built for. So ship in harbor is safe, that not it is built for. It represents analogy. You have to write that this is not essay about ship, this is essay about human mind, okay, human personality. And like ship, human personality also prefers to live in a comfort zone. Okay, but only when we come out of comfort zone, okay, we experience fear. We have to cross that fear zone. Once you go across the fear zone, then comes the difficulty ka zone. And once you cross the difficulty zone, there is only a zone of growth. Okay, zone of success. And but crossing that is difficult. So same way, like ship is safe in harbor, human mind is also safe in its comfort zone. But only after leaving the harbor, leaving the comfort zone, we can achieve the great things. So essay you have to write that. Then automatically, then what great things will come to you will realize. You have to write then many stories also, like Abdul Kalam. Okay, how he became missile man of India. Many such stories you can write. Now Shivaji Maharaj, guys. Okay, you can use his story as an anecdote also. If you don't recall the Rock On ka song, that Shivaji Maharaj pe, in Maharashtra there is one idiom, okay, so in a or one lines about Shivaji Maharaj, that time everyone has a jagirdari, everyone has the swords in their hand, everyone has the power in their hand. They had the swords, they had the military, but the dream to create an empire, dream to create Swaraj was that only Shivaji Maharaj had. And with that dream that he chased, he created, okay, such a Swaraj that there were thousands and thousands of Raja Maharajas in Indian history. No one got worshipped as a god except him. And that's what, only when you leave comfort zone and imagine something, you will even get worshipped as a god. Same way Ambedkar, guys, he could have lived in America after 3-4 PhDs that he did and took up a job in America and would have lived very comfortably. But he came back to India, okay, lived a very, okay, financially difficult life. But for his people, he came to India, fought, okay, for their people's rights. Okay, doesn't matter what financial difficulties he faced, how much discomfort he might have faced, but he ended up becoming a Yuga Purush, okay, father of our constitution. So that's what, okay, ship in harbor is safe, but that's not it is built for. Great things can come only when you leave the safety of harbor. Then you in essay you can also explore then why people don't leave the safety of harbor. What stops them from leaving the safety of harbor? Okay, that also you discuss. What psychological factors. So in psychology when we will discuss, you will realize, or as ethics paper when you have studied attitude ka chapter, value system ka, use lot of this information here, that people who don't have independent orientation, who are not risk takers, who lack critical thinking, okay, these people, guys, then will never leave the comfort zone. Then write a solution. Then how we can create a future generation who is a risk taker. Okay, India there are only job seekers, no job creators. How we can create job creators? People who will leave the safety of harbor. Okay, there then you discuss some attitude formation ki theories from ethics paper, conditioning theories, etc. Okay, that you can use to, or how you can use help of different socializing agents, family, education, schooling, textbook, etc. to create this mentality of a risk taker. So like education should inculcate risk-taking ability. Education we should have chapters on legendary people and their struggles and how they become successful. So people will also have these kind of role models to be a risk taker, to do something big. And that's what, okay, ship in harbor is safe, but that's not what it is built for. What the interpretation of essay, what you supposed to write. Isme, guys, you can also disagree with the essay. But guys, understand, you can disagree with the essay only when you have very strong solid points to communicate your idea. Now ship in harbor is safe, okay, that's not what it is built for. Okay, so entire essay you should write 600-700 words supporting that one should leave the comfort of harbor. But guys, okay, while writing essay you can also write that sometimes it is safe or it is good to stay in the safety of harbor. अब जब आपको पता है monsoon is now going to stuck or hit India, okay, when there is going to be cyclone, super cyclone, there are going to be turbulent winds, then why, if you are going into the ocean, then that is a suicide. That's not risk taking. That's the hopelessness. When you know your ship had a is weakened, then it's better to stay in the harbor and get your ship repaired. Your crew is exhausted, then let them rest, refuel, re-energize, and then hit back the ocean when climate is suitable to explore the ocean. Okay, so when entire economy is in recession, you want to start a new startup. That's the stupidity, not a risk-taking mentality. Rather, it's a gambling orientation, not calculative orientation. So it's, if you are calculative orientation person, if you have calculated orientation personality, then it's better to stay in the harbor when time is not right. So same way, it's better, like human being, sometimes when you are exhausted, then guys, rest, chill, re-energize, pursue your hobby, take a break, and once you are fully re-energized, okay, fully motivated again, then go back into the in your competition, in your race. And that's what, sometimes it is better to stay in the harbor. I have a very strong point to support the disagreement with the essay. But if you don't have such a strong points, don't write just for a sake that I will disagree with the essay. It will backfire. And that's why forests are the best case studies of economic excellence. What you will write? Forests are not best case studies for economic excellence. That will be stupidity. Okay. Poets are unacknowledged legislature of the world. Yeah, poets are unacknowledged. Yes, fine. But what you will write? Poets are not legislatures of the world. Do you have very strong argument to support? No, even I don't have. Then don't take risk. Okay. Yeah, history is a series of events or series of victories won by scientific man or romantic man. यहाँ पे you can disagree little. That sometimes romantic man has also won. Okay, romantic man has also won over a scientific man. Okay, Buddha, Mahavira, John Locke se leke, we need romantic man, I told you. Little bit you can write. Here, ship in harbor is safe and sometimes it's safe to stay in harbor. Very strong points, you can disagree. Okay, so that's all for now guys in this class. So I hope you got the idea what I mean by deconstruction of essay, and I just want to prime you. This is what UPSC's essay topics are, and this is what it means, what should be interpretation and what should be the basic guideline that how you should write essay. अब ये सारे essay topic पे end में I will have very in-depth discussion. Whatever point I have told you, you will get lot of PDFs where all these points will be there. On forest are best case study for economic excellence, I discussed 3-4 points. I will give you PDF where you will have 8-9 points and very thorough discussion of only this essay topic separately. So I told you third part of our discussion, how to write essay, what to write essay, and what to write in an essay, and then how to structure your essay. So how to structure your essay there. Okay, I will discuss all the structure ka discussion in detail in this lecture. Just it was for priming purpose. Okay, so that's all about section A. In the next class we will discuss section B and the essays asked in the section B. So thanks for listening and stay tuned.